there is a lot of Asian food which has always been on the back burner. It's always been as a cuisine, French, Italian. They look at the Michelin stars. I mean, you can handfully look at Asian food with Michelin stars. It's growing.
Hospitality, particularly within the chefing field, accessible to everybody at every level. And no child coming from a deprived, backward area to feel that he cannot achieve success. A lot of us, if you ask us what we did when we started, I started as a busboy. I was cleaning tables and lifting loads that busted my back. Okay? Today we can say we are reasonably successful.
We want British homegrown people. That is what we want, because we'll ask for their passports. They need to be British or they need to be permanent residents of the United Kingdom. We do not want students. Somebody asked me today, why not a student? A student can go back. We don't want that. We want Asian food to stay in this country.
Welcome to another episode of Talking Hospitality, brought to you today by Graphic Kitchen and Leisure Jobs. Today's episode was recorded live at Zest Quest Asia 2024, where Talking Hospitality was lucky enough to be invited to speak to co-founders Cyrus and Pervin Todiwala. We hear about how their foundation aims to create opportunities for young people to learn Asian cuisine at the highest level and their dreams of getting the Asian food on the curriculum. Hear their passion to succeed, the difficulties they have overcome, and the hope they have for the future. This episode was recorded at the competition, hence the background noise, and serves as a sequel to Season 4, Episodes 6 and 13. Hosted by Tracey Rashid and me, Timothy R. Andrews. Enjoy the show.
So finally, we get Mr. and Mrs. Welcome. Thank you for inviting us today. So why Zest Quest? What's it all about?
First, tell me, how did you enjoy today? What did you think about Zest Quest Asia?
Seeing the because I've been in competitions myself, but seeing the process on the other side, where you're not kind of like anxious and scared, all those sorts of things, was amazing. How the timing's done, the use of the kitchen, the prep work, the briefings, the whole process is really well done. And I think all the students felt really comfortable and they knew what they were doing. Because there's nothing worse than not knowing what you're doing or where you're supposed to be in a competition situation. So I think that helped with them, with their cooking and feeling more confident and comfortable. But it's been fantastic. The presentation's been great. What we've seen, the smell in this room has. Yeah, can I be a judge next year, please? Because not tasting anything.
We don't get much to taste. I think we need to have more.
It's like the first illusion. Like, okay, how many people is that really going to go around?
It's amuse bush.
Yeah.
So they were making 4 plates only.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Right? The scare was that they would break some, damage some. So I made them do a few extras.
Yeah.
Particularly the baskets, because they are very delicate.
Yes, they are.
What about you? What did you think?
I think for
From
me,
yesterday and today.
I think I always love these kind of competitions because you see the potential that's coming through now in street. And I think from coming here and seeing the skill set that people already have, some of them already are like professionals. That some of them speak better than some of the professionals that I've worked with.
Yeah.
And the passion that's underlying some of the food, that this is what gets me on an emotional level. On a professional level, what I like to see is we have talent coming through. And I've seen people, even yesterday and today, the change in them.
Yeah.
Like there's growth already from, oh my God, I've got to present something. Suddenly that, right, here you are, chef, here you go, this is what I've done. And they get it and they understand it and they don't know why they put it together. And then if there's a hard question, most of them had an answer.
Yes.
And I think if you'd asked some of them yesterday, they wouldn't have had an answer.
No.
And to see that growth in less than 24 hours, that for me, that's going to be my takeaway from that.
Fantastic. That's right. So now you're asking me what question?
We asked the Zest Quest Asia. I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, why Zest Quest? The name itself says Zest Quest. Okay, and Asia is
for Asia.
Quest for Asia, quest for Asian food. And what we are very passionate about is that Asian food, even today, top chefs you see, they're using the use of chilies and things like that, trying to spice their food up, which is not, I mean, it's a good fusion. But what we are trying to do is push Asia into the limelight, to bring that there is a lot of Asian food which has always been on the back burner. It's always been as a cuisine, French, Italian. They look at the Michelin stars. I mean, you can handfully look at Asian food with Michelin stars. It's growing.
When you say Asia, what do you mean?
Cyrus will
Turkey
get-
to Japan.
Right. Okay.
They must look at the whole of Asia.
Yeah.
So Mr. Masaru made a comment
Yeah,
that everybody is now on Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
When do we
Very
go
true.
west?
yeah.
So he's come on board this year, for example. So training will begin in Japanese food.
Yes. we've
As soon as that training begins, their fear of Japan, because Japan has been so secluded and it's always been at a very high level. So they have never been able to understand the cuisine,
Yeah.
and they've never been able to open up the doors of Japanese food. So this relationship will help the students to open their minds a little bit more, and then we should see them now gradually tracking towards trying to find jobs within Asian restaurants of
Yeah.
high repute.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because the colleges tune them into going higher,
Yeah.
and some of them fail to understand that they must start lower and then achieve higher, because they need to build a foundation. And I think many colleges fail to make their students understand that basic principle, that they need to build a foundation before they aspire to whatever they want to aspire. The thing about Zest Quest Asia was it's an old history, and I've told you this before. It goes back to 2000. We started a school called the Asian and Oriental School of Catering. Even now, the government does not believe in hospitality. Even now, it's very sad that the concept of hospitality to government is, a holiday job. I've got nothing to do, earn a bit of money, work in the restaurant, porter, kitchen hand, and then I'm off. I'm doing something bigger and better. So hospitality has always been the underdog, been the underdog. Our aim is to raise the profile. The Asian restaurant scene, if you look at Indian, Chinese, Thai, Malaysian,
Korean, Filipino.
always been cheap, dirty takeout food.
That's true.
There's never been appreciation of high level cooking. Many of the Japanese restaurants, for example, that are dotted all over, they don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fish is rubbish, it's stale. The food is put together, but they put it in a bento box and tell you it's Japanese. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So all of these things have made the average young British budding chef look at Asian cuisine with cynicism.
Yeah.
It's not for me. What do I get out of it? What am I going to achieve with this? But the scope is massive. It's wider than we can talk and imagine about. And that is why we thought that, okay, we failed in the college. Government didn't believe in us, pulled our funding. We lost a lot of money personally. She didn't like me for a few years. But
I'm still married to.
get married.
So married or mad?
I am mad, definitely.
Because the thing was, I went and guaranteed the bloody overdraft facility.
There were 3 of them who guaranteed the overdraft.
Oh, if they say to that.
No, that's fine. It's not a problem. It's over. It's finished. It's done.
Yes.
You have to move on. But
Right.
the passion is there. And what it is for me is mostly is the British aspect of it. We want British homegrown people. That is what we want, because we ask for their passports. They need to be British or they need to be permanent residents of the United Kingdom. We do not want students. Somebody asked me today, why not a student? A student can go back. We don't want that. We want Asian food to stay in this country.
Yeah.
To prove that point.
Yeah.
One of the teams that takes part almost every year, they produced a team of 3 foreign students. But they argued that because at that time they were European citizens, they very much have a right of abode in Britain as well. However, immediately after them winning the prize, all 3 disappeared from Britain.
Exactly.
Not one started to work in this country. Now one has
Come
come
back to work in the country.
He's working in this country. And we took him on a tour because he deserved it. The other 2, I wasn't worried about, because they are now giving their talent to some other country.
Yes.
And Britain has lost
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
So, which is why we are very
Very,
strict on it from now no driving licenses, passport.
Yeah.
See, that circles back though to the reason why you're starting Zest Quest,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Which is basically to get it on the curriculum, right?
Yes, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Britain as a country and British people as a whole do not regard hospitality as an equal and professional profession. Right? That's the first problem Britain has got. It's the old class system that defines hospitality and lowers it down. Two, so we need to raise the students' image as well. So by doing things like this and this competition, it comes into the eye of more people. From starting with 2 sponsors, we are now down to more sponsors. And if the sponsors don't believe in us, we cannot educate the young people.
Absolutely.
That's
Right?
Right,
So the sponsors who have got a vested interest. Every company that has invested in the competition has a vested interest in the future development of British talent. And that is what we want the sponsors to understand. That if they don't buy into it, we cannot encourage students to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they was to learn to use the right products. As a result, products are brought into it. They must learn to use the products properly. They must learn to enhance those products. So it helps the sponsor. It helps the sponsor gets new recipes, sponsor gets new ideas, sponsor sees new techniques. And this is all coming from the research that the students and the teachers are doing as well. And that makes the whole concept of Zest Quest Asia better. Ideally, the country needs to buy it. And the biggest gift of all would be when this country finally accepts Asian cuisine on the curriculum.
That is another
That will
thing.
be the top achievement.
But also what happens is with these students, the prize is so big because we work very hard. It's through our foundation, the Todiwala Foundation, and it's not for profit. So we don't keep any money for ourselves or for the work that we do. It's all trying to put it back into the competition, into the prizes that we give you. Tonight you will see what they go to an Asian country, and we have been with 2 or 3 of them because we've been sponsored by the sponsors to go to the country. So we've been to the Philippines. Today, I am so pleased to see that we had a full Philippine menu, and that is because the tutor comes with us as well. And this is expanding their knowledge, expanding their sight into the cuisine. So much research. They have to do research. They have to look at what the country offers. Sometimes we don't know things. So we open the book, we open Google and say, what is that? What is this? Then question them. So
And you see that in
we
the
learn.
canapes tonight.
You'll see it in the canapes tonight.
University of Western won the prize last year.
Yeah.
With them
So
earlier.
now they've already gone to the hotel and they'll be creating the canapes for tonight's dinner. So this year's winners will do it for next year's canapé reception, the reception. But the other important thing is that it is kickstarting a passion among students. For example, Sheffield College has an internal competition to decide which students will take part in this competition.
We love it.
Because they get,
Absolutely.
they get overwhelmed with the response from students. We want to take part. So they form teams. And then each team competes against each other within the college.
And then the best team is
They're in
put for.
competition mode as well. They kind of get
Yes.
the feel for it.
Okay.
Sorry, Farah wants something. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So can you tell me about a past contestant so if anyone if you wanted to encourage students to apply for next year, or if you wanted to encourage people to watch it or support it or whatever, like, can you give any examples of students that have won or have been part of the competition and where they've got to now? Do you know, like?
So this is one of the things that colleges need to understand. And this I hope the colleges take on board, because they will always encourage the students to go into the Michelin route. For what reason, I do not know. So the student, after all the input, will go find a job in a British or a French serving restaurant because they want the Michelin star to tick on their boxes, without realizing that they have a lot more to learn and a lot more to aspire towards. So this the colleges need to take on board, number one. But during the trip to Japan, which was sponsored by Panasonic in their 100th year anniversary, and the team was sent from Tokyo to Osaka by Panasonic, and they spent 5 days in the Panasonic development facility. 2 of the students joined the Hilton Tokyo to learn more about Japanese food. Okay? One of them got absorbed into the Hilton Tokyo finally. and he is now, I don't know where he is,
Yes, we
but he
know.
actually got a job.
We were very
and
pleased.
he worked in that Japanese restaurant at the Hilton Tokyo. So that is success. Whatever tiny bit it is success.
It's a very tiny
So from
success.
here, we can have a few more students going into Asian restaurants. And unfortunately, our relationships are not very tight within Asian restaurants that we can say, okay, this team can work here for a week and work there for a week. And that would change their thinking completely. And this is what we want to achieve. So what we do from the foundation as well is the idea of the foundation is to create a surplus that we can help poorer kids through education. And that is the main basis of that foundation. So like, for instance, one of the prizes today is a nice purse of money kept with a supplier that does our uniforms. And the students can go to him and buy anything they want for a certain amount of money. That helps them to make sure that they stay in education.
Absolutely. Otherwise, what's the use? If you give them a pot of money, it's gone.
Because they'll blow it up.
Yeah.
They can't blow it up.
Because they have to buy some stuff for which is sort
It's
of
working 11 years now. Wait for the 15th year. We'll have a lot more of them working in Asian restaurants.
So there's a number of restaurants opening up in London, high-profile Asian restaurants.
Yes.
I was
So if they're listening to this,
Yeah.
what can they do to get in touch with you?
Get in touch with us. We'll put them in touch with the colleges. And the colleges will then make a open plan, ask the students who wants to work in these restaurants. And I'm sure the problem we have got is a lot of our colleges are from outside London.
Yeah.
One or two may be taking part that are from London itself. The best restaurants are opening in this city first and then going across the country. So that the disadvantage to a student coming from outside London is accommodation.
in
It's the
London.
only biggest problem they've got. If a restaurant offers them a certain salary and then offers them something towards accommodation, we'll find a lot more great talent from all over Britain wanting to come and work there. Because that is the draw. You tell them your monthly room will cost you £1,000. I'm giving you £500 towards your accommodation. You bet you they will come.
Yeah.
Because that's the encouragement for
But
them.
one of the team members today is working in from UCB, Birmingham. He's working in OFAME, which has just got a 2 Michelin star with Akhtar Islam. And that itself,
And he will learn a lot.
and that itself is fantastic. Because I mean, we are so thrilled. And so Akhtar now knows about Zest Quest Asia. And hopefully, there are more sort of restaurants and chefs who will come across and take part in this kind of thing. Because this is the growth. I'm sure he wants a lot of homegrown talent as well, as we do.
They went into the college to taste their food.
Taste their food as well, which is really good.
You mentioned growth, Pervin. So obviously you started in 2013.
Yes.
So Zest Quest Asia, like the brand, the competition, how do you want it to grow over the next, let's say, 5 years?
It's already the most competed one but but my aim is to see it in classrooms like this, teaching Asian food, not Indian food. See, people look at us and think we want Indian food. No, please look at Asian food. Please look at the diversity. Even if you take, today we had Bangladesh, today we had Philippines, today we had Japan, Thailand. There was, in 6 teams we had about five cuisines. So this is what we want in the curriculum, that maybe we have schools like the Tokyo Sushi. We have other schools. We have an academy where we try, like Cyrus's food is very different. So even though it's Indian, it's very different Indian. So, we want people to just open their eyes and bring it into the classrooms.
Zest Quest Asia classroom at Cafe Spice.
Oh, yes.
If anybody's listening, give me money.
Give him money. Give them money.
Give me money.
I love that.
Give Zest Quest money.
Yeah.
Because you want to make Zest Quest Asia accessible or
We want to,
accessible for everyone.
but we want to expand education.
Yes, you're right.
We know great chefs from everywhere.
Cyrus, we want
Say that.
Chefs
We say that.
Yeah. So,
and make them teach
Samaj is Subolich.
Subolich.
So say that you want to make hospitality
More accessible.
for everybody, wherever their backgrounds.
That's exactly what it's about. It's
You
about
have to say it.
hospitality, particularly within the chefing field. accessible to everybody at every level. And no child coming from a deprived, backward area should feel that he cannot achieve success. A lot of us, if you ask us what we did when we started, I started as a busboy. I was cleaning tables and lifting loads that busted my back. Okay? Today we can say we are reasonably successful. There are a lot of people who
I
started
feel
that way.
kilos and kilos of onions because I am a trained chef, but I just had to marry him, so I had to move. Simple. Just move.
Just love it.
Just had
Yeah.
He said no.
He was coerced into it.
At first, I was coerced into moving to the restaurant. So I look up front of house. But that's not important. The important part is that, I wanted to tell you about one person.
Sorry?
Just finish. One last. Just last thing. Sorry, Cora. Sorry.
Go on.
We went to Philippines with Sheffield College. One of the boys, he did not come. I don't think he had the opportunity of even going to another country.
He had never flown before.
And I don't know. Well, let's. I don't know exactly, but the teacher told us that the father came to him and absolutely was. You could speak to the teacher because he would be able to give the right account for it. But we were so just happy to hear that the father came and actually thanked the tutor that this was the kind of opportunity which his son would never, ever would have got. Yeah. And they came back to the college. They have done a Filipino menu this time. So they enthused the other students to compete. So this is what
That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
We call the underdogs.
I
like it.
All right.
Nothing out there.
That's fantastic.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you. And we'll see you in the evening and hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. See you guys.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.